Are you miserable at work? If yes, then it's going to be one of these two situations. Okay, so stay on. I'm going to share what are those two situations and how do you, respond or behave in those situations, which makes it horrible, pathetic, miserable, whatever are those words that you use. And work is like a burden, it's like a pain for you. Yeah. So stay on, watch right until the end. Hi, I'm Astha Tatia, daughter of two rock solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA corporate executive turned anchor person, now an author and a happiness coach, helping corporate leaders build deep connections and meaningful relationships in their organizations. If you're able to relate with this video, hit the like button. Also, if you've not yet subscribed, then go ahead and do this right away. Subscribe. Well, I think a lot of people, a lot of the leaders who I've interacted with in last couple of months, and when we talk about the workplace experience and the relationship challenges, I think quite a few people have come forward and they said, "Ki, I'm quite miserable. I'm in different ways. I'm miserable at work." And it's a very, very bad experience. I'm just not enjoying. I don't know how to get over it. I have no clue what to do. And it's taking a toll on them, on their personal relationships, on their health, and it's just creating a mess for them, right? And they have no access, they feel stuck in those situations. Now, if that's happening with you also, then here are two things that I want you to reflect upon. It's one of these two things usually which causes the misery. The first one being where we feel miserable in a situation because something at the core is being compromised with, something which is my core value, which is very, very fundamental, is being compromised with, and I'm letting that happen. Okay, because nobody can force me, but I'm letting it happen. When it starts to happen, maybe in terms of the kind of work that has been given, it's just not in sync with who I am, or maybe the way people talk, the kind of culture that's there, the kind of language that they're using, it just doesn't go down well with me. And somewhere, and doesn't go down well means it impacts at a very, very massive level, very, very deep, and I don't speak a word. So initially, let's say you've been assigned a task, you think it's inconvenient, but you remain quiet for obvious reasons. You don't want to be you don't want to not obey and not do things, and plus you want to prove yourself, so you're willing to take on whatever is coming your way. But when you don't speak up initially, and when it's a very subtle, light beginning stage of that compromise, over time it becomes massive, and that's when it becomes miserable. That whole stage, it's not miserable day one, but it reaches that miserable stage because you let the compromise happen, you let it happen, right? So when something fundamental happens, something at the core is being compromised with, and you let it happen, you don't speak up, that's one area, one aspect of it, or one reason why you'd be miserable. Or the other aspect could be where you are not showing up because of your own barriers. You don't show up in a way which is going to be forwarding for you, which will bring out the best, which will give you an opportunity to play at your best. Okay, so for example, because of your barriers, whatever the beliefs are, you don't speak up, you don't share, your challenges, you don't go and ask. So you don't understand things, but you still don't ask, you don't communicate. People are left wondering what is she up to, what is happening, what is not happening, right? Things like that. So when you are not able to show up fully to your full potential because of your own barriers, that's the other thing which over time makes it miserable. Yeah. So figure out which of these two is your case, because either ways, if either of these is there, then it needs to be addressed, it needs to be taken care of, it needs to be worked upon, whatever that is, but it needs to be worked upon. In either of these situations, you cannot be happy, you cannot enjoy your work, and that's a choice that you need to make. That's such a huge amount of time which you're spending at your workplace. Would you want to be sulking? Would you want to be a victim, feeling the victim, and feel miserable? Yeah. So if the answer is no, then you've got to do the work. You've got to identify whether it's case 1, case 2, and then do the work. Yeah. I hope this resonated, made some sense. If it did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.